Welcome to Quizdroid. I'm your host, Albot. I have prepared 20 questions, and you have 5 seconds to answer. Let's begin. Today's quiz. Music of the 90s. Question 1. Which artist or band released the song, Hold On? Wilson Phillips. Question 2. Which of these songs were released by Kuiper? Tic-tac-toe. Question 3. Which artist or band released the song, Everything I Do It For You? Bryan Adams. Question 4. Which of these songs were released by REM? Shiny Happy People. Question 5. Which artist or band released the song, End of the Road? Boyz II Men. Question 6. Which of these songs were released by Bonnie Raitt? I Can't Make You Love Me. Question 7. Which artist or band released the song, I Will Always Love You? Whitney Houston. Question 8. Which of these songs were released by Def Leppard? Two Steps Behind. Question 9. Which artist or band released the song, The Sign? Ace of Base. Question 10. Which of these songs were released by Brandy? I Wanna Be Down. Question 11. Which artist or band released the song, Gangsta's Paradise? Coolio. Question 12. Which of these songs were released by Van Halen? Can't Stop Lovin' You. Question 13. Which artist or band released the song, Macarena? Los Del Rio. Question 14. Which of these songs were released by Seal? Don't Cry. Question 15. Which artist or band released the song, Candle in the Wind 1997? Elton John. Question 16. Which of these songs were released by Ray J? Let It Go. Question 17. Which artist or band released the song, Too Close? Next. Question 18. Which of these songs were released by TQ? West Side. Question 19. Which artist or band released the song, Believe? Cher. Question 20. Which of these songs were released by Alabama featuring NSYNC? God must have spent a little more time on you. That concludes your quiz for today. Please like and subscribe. If you enjoyed today's quiz, click the top button to find similar quizzes. Or the bottom one to browse all.